Gather round and hear this tale of fire on the sea, where knights of God faced storm and flame and would not bend nor flee. The Ottoman fleet came black as night to crush the Christian dawn, but 500 knights of Malta stood, though hope seemed nearly gone. They raised their shields with courage bold, their battle cry as one, for Our Lady and St. John. For Our Lady and St. John, for Our Lady and St. John, hold the line till dawn. For Our Lady and St. John, though the dogs bring terror on, when the crescent strikes our bastion, it will break on shield and stone. For Our Lady and St. John, this fortress is God's own. The cannons cracked the limestone walls, yet still their ranks held fast. With iron hearts and tested steel, they'd stand until the last. Through smoke and flame they held the breach, wherever steel was red. They fought as one, with heaven's strength, no fear could drive them back. La Valette strode through broken gates, a steadfast sentinel. Brothers, stand, for if we follow, Christendom will as well. For Our Lady and St. John, for Our Lady and St. John, hold the line till dawn. For Our Lady and St. John, though the dogs bring terror on, when the crescent strikes our bastion, it will break on shield and stone. For Our Lady and St. John, this fortress is God's own. Through sleepless nights they held the breach, while thunder shook the bay. The wounded bound their shattered hands and fought another day. The Turks pushed hard toward final doom, the walls were nearly gone, but Malta's few still would not yield, their courage holding strong. Then trumpets rang from distant waves, salvation on the wind. Don Garcia's ships have come, the tide at last shall turn, my friends. For Our Lady and St. John, for Our Lady and St. John, hold the line till dawn. For Our Lady and St. John, though the dogs bring terror on, when the crescent strikes our bastion, it will break on shield and stone. For Our Lady and St. John, this fortress is God's own. Their banners, once a sea of might, now trembled in retreat, for all the guns and countless men lay shattered at their feet. The earth was scarred with wasted shot, the air with powder's breath. What once was conquest turned to dust, to hunger, fear, and death. The crescent's roar grew faint and small, no glory to be won. They fled the rock they couldn't take, their reckoning now done. For Our Lady and St. John, for Our Lady and St. John, let the victory be known. For Our Lady and St. John, though the dogs bring terror on, when the crescent strikes our bastion, it will break on shield and stone. For Our Lady and St. John, this fortress is God's own. John's knights defied an empire till the rising sun had shone. For Our Lady and St. John, this fortress is God's own. fortress is God.